Welcome to the Emmbrook School Year 5 Science Masterclass. Now, about this time of year, we were really looking forward to inviting you guys in here to do some really cool experiments. Obviously, we can't do that at the moment, so what we're going to do is give you guys some experiments you can do at home. And what we'd really love is for you to film yourself doing these or take photos of what you've done and then send them in to us. So what you can do is either upload them to Instagram or Facebook and tag us in that so we can see what you've done, or you can email them to me and we'll be able to upload them and then we can see what kind of stuff you guys have been up to. For our chemistry masterclass session, and what we're going to do for this one is make some ice cream. So what I'm really looking forward to seeing is you guys making the most delicious ice cream you can. I'm going to give you a basic recipe, but I want you guys to try and do all different flavours you can. You can put chocolate chips into it. You can even try using different types of cream and milk to make it a vegan version. I'll give you the basic recipe and talk a little bit about the chemistry involved. So what you're going to need is some milk, some whipping cream and some sugar. I'm going to mix those together in this bowl to start with. So we're going to start with our 60 grams of sugar in there, and then we're going to add equal parts of the cream and the milk. So we're going to have 125 millilitres of cream in there and 125 millilitres of milk. And then for mine, to add some flavour, I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla flavouring in mine, about half a teaspoon. There we go. And then, what we're going to do first of all is mix that all up and try and make sure all that sugar gets dissolved. So whisk that up until all the sugar is dissolved. And that's our basic ice cream mixture. You could put chocolate chips in that, you could put different colours, different flavours, you could experiment with different milks and different creams, anything you want. I'm really interested to see what you guys come up with. Right, that is starting to feel like it's all dissolved. So, you might have noticed it's not frozen yet. And this is where the clever chemistry comes in. We're going to use 2 Ziploc bags. And you want to make sure they're really good Ziploc bags, not just the little pressed ones, because they need to be really, really secure. I've got a small one, I've got a larger one, and my ice cream mixture is going to go into my smaller bag. So I'm going to very carefully open that up, rest it on the table, and tip my ice cream mixture into that small bag, and then zip it closed. So what I really don't want is the contents of this bag mixing up with the content of this bag. This one's going to taste good, this one is not going to taste good. So zip that up so it is nice and secure. Okay, this bag is where the freezing happens. We're not going to use a freezer because the key to good ice cream is that it gets frozen quickly, but also you keep it moving. If you put it in a freezer, what you'll get is big lumps of ice in your ice cream, and you don't want that. You want it to be nice and smooth. So, in this bag, we're going to put some ice. So I'm going to get this bag. It doesn't really matter how much ice you put into it, as much as you can, but bear in mind, you're going to put this bag inside here, so there needs to be room for this bag. So I'm going to try and put as much ice as I dare in here. Fine, a couple more handfuls. Right, last one. Right, the next bit is the clever bit. We're going to add some salt to the ice. And what the salt is going to do is mean the ice is going to melt at a lower temperature. So I have got about 200 grams here of rock salt. It's quite a lot of salt, but you want to get quite a lot in there to have a big effect. You can use normal salt, but rock salt works a little bit better. I'll explain how it works in a minute. Salt goes in, give it a little mix up, and then my ice cream mix bag goes in as well. And I zip it shut. Try and get some of the air out there so I can mix it better and lock that shut. So, now I've got my ice in there and my ice cream mix, I'm going to mix it around to get the ice cream frozen. And what's happening is, as the ice is melting, it is taking heat away from the ice cream mixture. And that's what causes the ice cream mixture to freeze. And by adding the salt, we get the ice cream to get to a lower temperature. And because rock salt dissolves a bit slower, it happens a bit faster. And what's happening at the moment is a lot of the heat that is going to be melting those ice cubes is coming from my hands. And I want it all to come from the ice cream mixture. So what I'm going to do is put some oven gloves on, and that will mean all the energy that's melting the ice cubes is going to come from the ice cream mixture and not from my hands. I need to get this churning really well, tipping it upside down. This is why you need really good seals. You're tipping it around a lot, and you'll need to do this for about 10 or 15 minutes. Right, so that is about 15 minutes of churning that around. What I did do halfway through that, I noticed quite a lot of the ice was melting, so I added a bit more ice. You can do that halfway through if you want to. And what I should have in there now is what is a fairly soft, but definitely solid ice cream. Let's take this bag out. You can see there, it's now fairly solid. So, we'll now open this up. You might want to give this a rinse down because this is covered in very salty water. I'm going to give it a quick little rinse just to get rid of the salt on the water. And if we look inside, we've got an ice cream. It's fairly soft scoop ice cream. What you can do is always transfer this then to a freezer, and that will then make it more solid. If I get a few scoops out, and then give it a try. Another scoop out, so there you go, I can see it's lovely soft ice cream. Delicious. So make sure, video your ones and show us what different kinds of ice cream you can make. Think about flavours, think about adding things like chocolate chips. I really want to see someone have a go at one that is vegan, that uses oat milk and oat cream or something like that. Right, so I have bought our Masterclass ice cream down here for Mr. McSweeney to have a try, and he's going to tell us what he thinks about how good it is. So, there you go, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. It looks like ice cream, which is reassuring. Do you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of ice cream, but that is genuinely delicious.
It's good ice cream, isn't it? It's good ice cream.
It's sweet, it's nice.
And we're trying to get our year 5s to experiment with the recipe, add some things to it, chocolate chips.
Can I eat it all?
You can eat it all, yeah?
Perfect. Yeah, go for it. This really works. Put some caramel in it, that'll be delicious. Thank you.